Hi, this is Mike, and I'm reading Robert Alter's translation of Genesis. This is chapter 45. And Joseph could no longer hold himself in check before all who stood attendance upon him. And he cried, "Clear out everyone around me." And no man stood with him when Joseph made himself known to his brothers. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians heard, and the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" But his brothers could not answer him, for they were dismayed before him. And Joseph said to his brothers, "Come close to me, pray." And they came close. And he said, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. And now do not be pained, and do not be incensed with yourselves that you sold me down here. Because for sustenance God has sent me before you. 2 years now there has been a famine in the heart of the land, and there are yet 5 years without plowing and harvest. And God has sent me before you to make you a remnant on earth and to preserve life, for you to be a great surviving group. And so it is not you who sent me here, but God. And he has made me father to Pharaoh and lord to all his house, and ruler over all the land of Egypt. Hurry and go up to my father and say to him, 'Thus says your son Joseph, God has made me lord to all Egypt. Come down to me, do not delay, and you shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and shall be close to me, you and your sons and the sons of your sons and your flocks and your cattle and all that is yours, and I will sustain you there. For yet 5 years of famine remain, lest you lose all, you and your household and all that is yours. And look, your own eyes can see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my very mouth that speaks to you. And you must tell my father all my glory in Egypt and all that you have seen, and hurry, and bring down my father here." And he fell upon the neck of his brother Benjamin, and he wept, and Benjamin wept on his neck. And he kissed all his brothers and wept over them. And after that, his brothers spoke with him. And the news was heard in the house of Pharaoh, saying, "Joseph's brothers have come." And it was good in Pharaoh's eyes and in his servants' eyes. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Say to your brothers, this now do, load up your beasts and go, return to the land of Canaan, and take your father and your households and come back to me, that I may give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you shall live off the fat of the land. And you charge them, this now do, take you from the land of Egypt wagons for your little ones and for your wives, and convey your father, and come. And regret not your belongings, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours." And so the sons of Israel did. And Joseph gave them wagons, as Pharaoh had ordered, and he gave them supplies for the journey. To all of them, each one, he gave changes of garments, and to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of garments. And to his father he sent as follows: 10 donkeys conveying the best of Egypt, and 10 she-asses conveying grain and bread and food for his father for the journey. And he sent off his brothers, and they went. And he said to them, "Do not be perturbed on the journey." And they went up from Egypt, and they came to the land of Canaan, to Jacob, their father. And they told him, saying, "Joseph is still alive." And he was the ruler in all the land of Egypt. And his heart stopped, for he did not believe them. And they spoke to him all the words of Joseph that he had spoken to them. And he saw the wagons that Joseph had sent to convey him. And the spirit of Jacob their father revived. And Israel said, "Enough! Joseph, my son, is still alive. Let me go see him before I die."